Erev Tov, everyone, and thank you for coming. As I understood that this is Ushuvo. What are the names? Michel Chai Ben Zilba, Zolpa וגם what? אמנון בן רבקה, בעזרת השם. תהיה נשמתם צרורה בצחור החיים. And בעזרת השם בזכות this shiur, the whole Klal Yisrael should have a complete victory and success בעזרת השם. And we could say that תכלה שנה וקללותיה, that all the challenges of this year should be over בעזרת השם בזכות of this shiur. ברשות הרב דניאל, ברשות your permission, with your permission, I would like to start this shiur, and tonight we are going to go through some aspects of Chodesh Elul according to Kabbalah and Chassidut. Now, the month of Elul usually is a month that is making the Jew very scared. HaKadosh Baruch Hu is going to judge us. Just like when we have a court, we need to be prepared and we are under tension. We want to succeed into the court. Like this is the same. The month of Elul, we are going to be in tension for 1 month. For 1 month, we're under tension. But tonight, we are going to learn that this is not only the tension. We are not going to be in tension, but we are also going to enjoy the month of Elul. So I would like to start with a small story, a very interesting story. He was once a Jewish thief. He decided to make a robbery in the house of the rabbi. A thief, he decided to make a robbery in the house of the rabbi. He said, I tried many houses, I found money, but we never tried the rabbi's house. And he decided to come in the house of the rabbi in the middle of the night. And he said, you know what, I will climb on top of the house and I will get into the house from the chimney. And this is what he did. He's coming in the middle of the night, 3 a.m. like this, and he's going from the chimney down, and he's trying his best to go down from the chimney without making any noise. And he's not carrying himself, he's not holding himself correctly, and he's falling down, he's making a big boom into the house. And then he had just the time to stand up, to go out of the chimney, and what he sees in front of his eyes, he sees the rabbi. Now the rabbi is in the middle of learning the Shulchan Aruch, Jewish laws, and because he heard the boom of this thief, that he just fell in the chimney, he sees and he says, I know you. I know. You are in my community. What? How can I help you? So the thief, he's really embarrassed. And he says, Rabbi, how could I say it? I have a big question for you, Rabbi. So the rabbi says, 3 a.m. in the morning from the chimney. I don't understand. Which question? Which kind of question is it? Yeah, this is an emergency. I have a huge question for you. Maybe can you tell me where is the exit, please? This story is basically an illustration for us of many situations that we're facing. Very soon we have the high holidays, and we are finding ourselves in front of the rabbi. We say, okay, now the rabbi says that we need to blow the shofar. Very soon we need to build the sukkah. And very soon we need to make, shopping for the seudot. And we found in front of the rabbi, but in our head, we say, how could I get out from this situation? Quickly. I want to finish with it. This is our situation sometimes, and maybe many times, when we are, before a brit milah, before a bar mitzvah, before a wedding. How could I get out from this situation quickly? I just don't have patience. And this is the month of Elul. The month of Elul, when we are facing the judgment of HaKadosh Baruch Hu. This is not a happy, party or event. And we want to get out of the situation quickly, and having everything done the quickest way possible. The month of Elul, what is the month of Elul? The month of Elul basically is like Eretz Israel. What's the connection between Elul and Eretz Israel? Eretz Israel is a very small piece of land that in it you have so many kind of Jews. You have Hasidic, Chilonim, Sephardic, Masortiim, Dati Leumi, and in the Hasidic you have Breslev, Chabad, Bobov. You have so many kinds of people that are not connected. They are all coming from another place. And they found themselves, they need to get along together in the same place in Eretz Israel. And it's very hard for them. It's very hard because the ideas that they have are so different. Now, also the place of Eretz Israel, this is a place that in it, it's a very small place, but you have mountains, you have the Carmel, you have the beach, you have the desert, Midbar Yehuda, you have the city, you have everything in a small piece of land. This is the month of Elul. The month of Elul include in it the whole past year that we just had right now, and it's a preparation for the next coming year. Everything in that month. Everything. You know, by the lamdanim, the people that are learning, if you want to test, if you know something, you ask him, which Masechet of Gemara is considered to be the small Shas? The small Shas, you know, the Shas, we have 60 books, but we have one volume in between all those 60 volumes that is considered to be the small Shas. Which volume is this? Masechet Ketubot. Masechet Ketubot, this is one volume, but in it we speak about Shabbat, Nida, Halachot of Yom Tov, Rosh Hashanah, Kippur, any halacha, we are speaking about it. We're touching it. We are calling it, this is the month of Elul, this is Eretz Israel. Now, the most important thing that we need to do in the months of Elul is that we need to fix our past and get ready for the future. We need to get ready for the future, and the question today is, how could we do that fixing quickly and happily? Because it's not easy to erase the past, and it's not easy to get ready for the future. It's not easy at all. And the question is, how in this month, which includes everything from the past year, and it's a preparation for the next coming year, how could we have everything done in that month? So the answer that we are going to give tonight is the following. You know, the month of Elul has a very specific name. This is the only month that is called Chodesh HaRachamim, the month of mercy. The month of mercy. Why is called Chodesh HaRachamim? Very simple. Because in that month, HaKadosh Baruch Hu have mercy on the Jewish people. He sees someone that is very far away from religion, and suddenly HaKadosh Baruch Hu sees that guy that is trying to make an effort. He says, wow, this guy, he is a man. He is a big man. I like him. Usually during the year, a person that is not so religious and is making effort is always good, but not as when that person is making an effort on the month of Elul. Chodesh HaRachamim, meaning that everything is zoomed in. If you make an effort, it's time 100. If you make a big effort, it's time 1,000. Meaning that everything is counted. Now, you know, in Kabbalah, it says that the word HaRachamim, which means mercy, it's notrikon. Notrikon means it can be split in two. Har and Chamim. What is in Hebrew Har and Chamim? Har means a mountain, and Chamim means hot, like water, hot water, right? What's the connection between mercy and and a hot mountain? So the message behind this name is the following. HaKadosh Baruch Hu during that month is teaching us, listen, my dear people, this month you have my mercy, you have HaRachamim. You could go with a very small, decision that you're taking upon yourself very high, like on a mountain. And through that, you could erase your past, get ready for your future, which is our question of tonight. How could we do that? The month of Elul is bringing you so high with a small effort and is making you able to erase your past. Now, when someone is coming to you and he says, You know what? You're bad. You did this wrong, and you did that wrong, and you're so bad. You're just bad. So that person, he will say, "What? How do you speak to me? I am bad. You are bad." People by nature are not getting from others that they are bad. If you come to someone else and you say, "Look, you are the best in the world, and you are so strong, so powerful, you're so," so the guy will feel good. But if you say you're bad and you don't know anything and you're dumb and everything, right? So the person will say, "Well, I am bad, you are bad." So basically, by nature, the nature of a person is that they cannot get their mistakes from other people. And when we are asking on the month of Elul to make cheshbon nefesh, to think about the past, meaning, what does that mean? I become the judge of myself. I become the judge of myself. I know exactly what happened during last year, and I need to fix it. So in order to fix, I need to know what's wrong. So it's as if I'm coming to myself and I'm saying, "Look, you are bad and you make this mistake." And it's so hard. It's so hard to fix that. Come the message of this month of Elul, Har Chamim. The word Chamim, which is warm, means, what means warm? Warm meaning that you are between family. When you are taking a warm shower in middle of the winter, you're taking your time, right? You're taking your time when you have passion, you're taking your time. The opposite, when it's cold, you make everything very, very quick. A cold shower, when it's cold outside, let's get it and let's come back very quick. Why? Because cham, to be hot, means to take your time. And hot and cold, meaning that you are not taking your time. The opposite, you're making everything quickly. Har Chamim, the month of Elul teaches us that yes, it's very hard to fix your past, but this month you have special help from above that you could look in your past, look on your mistakes that you did in last year in an enjoyable way, Chamim, in an enjoyable way. During the year around, when someone is coming to you, or maybe you are blaming yourself, it's very hard to see in the mirror our mistakes. It's very hard. But at the month of Elul, HaKadosh Baruch Hu is calling this month Chodesh HaRachamim. Not only you could go on a mountain so high with a very small decision that you're taking upon yourself during this month, but also you are able to fix your bad mistakes and enjoying it. You're enjoying it. Therefore, it's called Harachamim. Now, let's go a little bit further in that idea of Harachamim. We said that hot and cold. Why we are speaking about hot and cold? Because Chamim means hot. This is the month of Elul, right? So hot and cold are considered to be like someone that wants to build a building or someone that wants to seed in the ground a new tree. What's the difference? If someone wants to build a building, right, it all depends on how many people that you're bringing to work and the permits. If you have all the permits you need and you have a lot of workers, you could have any building done in very quick, very, very quick. 1 day, 2 days, 1 month, that's it. You have a huge building done. Why? Because you have enough workers. And also the money, of course. But if you have everything you need in one place, all the permits, all the money, all the materials, everything is done. Okay, nothing could hold you back. However, if you want to see the new tree, if you want to have a new flower coming out from the ground, so you're coming on a specific time of the year and you put your seed in the land, right? And then you need to wait. And then you need to wait. And to wait. And then you ask HaKadosh Baruch Hu, please do me a favor. Yeah, let's do it quickly. I don't want to wait for it. I have so impatient. And therefore, the people that are understanding the psychologue are saying like this: if you see someone that is impatient, right, help him to work with the land, because when he will walk in the land, he will gain patience. Today you need to put one seed. Then come in 3 months. Then you need to make sure that it's still there and you help it growing a little bit more. And like this for a long time until you have the first fruit. And after you have the first fruit, you need to make sure that the tree is going in a good way. So it's very, very, very slow. This is the difference between hot and cold. Chodesh HaRachamim meaning hot. What's hot? We said hot means that when you take your time. This is like someone that is putting a seed into the land. When it's considered to be quick, meaning someone that is building a building, very quick. He has all the funds. He has all the workers. But the Rambam says, whoever is putting a seed into the land, you know what the Rambam says? Ma'amin bechei ha'olamim vezorea. He's believing in HaKadosh Baruch Hu that he will send rain on the land to make his seed growing. Because maybe he will not have rain. Maybe something will happen and his seed will not grow. Right? Ma'amin bechei ha'olamim vezorea. This is the message of the month of Elul, that it's Har Chamim, that it's a mountain, but it's hot. First of all, you can enjoy to look in the mirror and look at the mistakes. But second of all, this is taking time. And 90% of the year, when it's taking time, it's going so slow. You're not patient. But the HaKadosh Baruch Hu is saying, on the month of Elul, you have extra patience. You have Chamim. You have like the one that is putting the seed in the land, and he needs to wait. This is also the month of Elul. So, Morai Verabotai, after we understood what is the message behind the month of Elul, which is the Chodesh HaRachamim, Har and Chamim, now we are going a little bit further. Rachamim, the beginning, Rachamim, what's mean Rachamim? It means mercy. HaKadosh Baruch Hu has mercy on his people, on the world. And the question is, on what exactly? On what? What is the exact point that HaKadosh Baruch Hu needs to send the Rachamim on? What? So we're going to give two answers, one for Sur Mera and one for Asetov. Sur Mera meaning the negative part, how HaKadosh Baruch Hu is helping us to get away from the bad. And one Vasetov meaning that HaKadosh Baruch Hu is sending us Rachamim for doing better. So Sur Mera, the Rabbi Rashab says like this. The Rabbi Rashab, Rabbi Shalom Dovber, says like this. He says that on the month of Elul is considered to be like an eagle. Like an eagle. What's the connection between eagle and the month of Elul? So he says the eagle, when he's going in the nest, right? So the eagle is the one that is flying the highest possible. Therefore, he is carrying his babies, right, on the back. All the other birds are taking his babies with the feet, right? But the eagle is holding on the back. Why? Because he is being sure that no one can fly higher than him. And if someone has an arrow or a gun to kill him, he will take it and not his babies. So the month of Elul is the eagle. He's coming from so high and he's going back to his nest. In the nest, what he has the babies waiting for him, coming back with the food. Now, he's huge, 7 meters. When he has his wing open, he could be up to 7 meters. And if he's coming back like this and he's falling on the nest, all the babies will get afraid, will get scared. So what he's doing, he's going very gently from very high and he's going down to the nest gently. And Rabbi Rashab says that the month of Elul is considered to be that eagle that is coming down, right? And he's not making scared anybody, and slowly is going back to the nest of the babies. Now, what's the connection with Rachamim? Rachamim meaning mercy. HaKadosh Baruch Hu says that by nature, at the time of Noach, what was the mistake of the people of the generation of Noach? They were all people that were jealous. The base of all the mistake that they did, it was jealousy. They were jealous. They couldn't stand the fact that someone else is is making the same as me. Just like two businessmen, he's making the same as me, I don't stand him. I don't like him because he's making me competition, right? So this is the nature of a person, and this was the mistake of the generation of Noach. Comme HaKadosh Baruch Hu, after he destroyed the generation of Noach, and Noach is coming out from the ark. And what he sees, HaKadosh Baruch Hu shows him the rainbow. He shows him the rainbow. What the rainbow means? The rainbow has many, many colors, right? And HaKadosh Baruch Hu wanted to tell Noach, you remember before the Mabul, right? The people were jealous. Why? Because they were saying that everyone is making the same as me. So meaning that I don't like anybody. So I'm starting to murder, it's time to steal. Why? Because I am the boss, he's not the boss. And everybody was saying that. So it was a big war. HaKadosh Baruch Hu is showing them a rainbow. What is the rainbow? The rainbow has many, many colors. HaKadosh Baruch Hu is telling to Noach, don't be jealous, because each and every one of us has his own color. Even if we're making the same business, we have our way how to do it. A jeweler has the way how to prepare his jewelries. It's not the same. Yes, it's the same jewelry, but we are artists, and each one of the artists is bringing his idea, his way of working. So don't be jealous. This is Rachamim. HaKadosh Baruch Hu has mercy on the month of Elul, and he's helping us during that month that we should not be jealous from each other. Like that eagle that is coming down on the nest and is not making anybody scared, right? HaKadosh Baruch Hu is helping us with the proper preparation on the month of Elul, that we should not be jealous from each other. This is the message of Rachamim. We ask the question, on what Rachamim? The mercy on what? First, having mercy to not be jealous, because by nature we are all jealous. This is natural process to be jealous from each other, right? But HaKadosh Baruch Hu, on the month of Elul, he says, we are like the eagle that is not making scared. I am like the eagle. I'm making sure that nobody will be jealous from each other. This is being away from the bad. The bad is being jealous. HaKadosh Baruch Hu is helping us on the month of Elul to be away from it. The second point, historically, that the month of Elul is a very powerful month in the Jewish calendar. Not only because this is because Rosh Hashanah Yom Kippur, but also because on that month, Moshe Rabbeinu came back up to get the luchot, the tablets. HaKadosh Baruch Hu, after Matan Torah, he gave the first tablet, right? And they got broken. Why? Because we made the golden calf. So Moshe Rabbeinu had to fix the problem, right? And to get the second tablet. When he went back up to get the second tablet, Rosh Chodesh Elul. So the whole month of Elul until Yom Kippur, which is 40 days and 40 nights, the time that Moshe Rabbeinu had to be in the heaven with HaKadosh Baruch Hu learning the Torah, this is the month of Teshuvah. This is the month of fixing our mistakes. The month of Elul. Now, there is something very interesting, because in the month of Elul, what's the difference between the first tablet and the second tablet? The first tablet, the Gemara says, that what was in the first tablet, it was only the 5 books of Torah plus the book of Yoshua. That's it. No Gemara, no Mishnah, no Shulchan Aruch, nothing. Only 5 books of Torah and the Sefer of Yoshua. That's it. But when Moshe Rabbeinu came back up and he got the second tablet, what happened? He got some extra. He got also Torah Shebe'al Peh. He got the Gemara and the all 24 books of Torah. What is the Gemara? What is Torah Shebe'al Peh? Torah Shebe'al Peh is the ability of bringing a novelty from ourselves. Meaning, from when it was the first tablet, right? It was only HaKadosh Baruch Hu. We cannot add to it anything. We have the 5 books of the Torah. We have Yoshua. That's it. We cannot add anything. We cannot bring a chidush. This is it. All it is. That's it. But on the second tablets, HaKadosh Baruch Hu brought also the Mishnah and the Gemara, the oral Torah. What is the oral Torah? That Abaye says something and Rava says something else. They are not agree. Why? Because he is bringing his novelty, his chidush, and he is bringing his own chidush. They are adding to the Torah. They are extending it. And when you can extend, meaning that you get it. What does that mean? We are all tonight sitting around the table and we are listening to Shiur Torah. Very nice. Now, we have two ways. We can go out from this shiur and say, you know what? I heard this rabbi. I liked what he said. This is it. I'm continuing. But there is another way. I'm coming out from this shiur and I'm keeping one point that this rabbi said and I am extending it. This is the second luchot. I'm taking a point of this shiur, which is Matan Torah, because I brought something new to the shiur, and you take the point and you're extending it just like the luchot that HaKadosh Baruch Hu extended with Torah Shebe'al Peh, the oral Torah. And then you get it. Why? Because the second luchot you got, you didn't get the first luchot. The first luchot is like the Jew that is coming out from the shiur and he says, okay, I liked what he said, but he doesn't think so. He doesn't try to bring his own extension to the idea that he got. So those luchot will be broken later because this is not something that he extended. But when he's going out from the shiur and he's taking one point, not the whole shiur, because it's very, it's very long, the shiur, to remember everything. But he's taking one point that he touched him, and extending it, this is the luchot that he's getting it. He's getting it, he will apply it, and he will, become better from that shiur. Why? Because he took that point and he applied it to his life. He extended it. This is like the Gemara. The Gemara extended the Torah. Why? Because every rabbi came with a new idea that he understood from the Torah. So, this is the month of Rachamim. The month of Rachamim, the month of Elul, Moshe Rabbeinu came back up to HaKadosh Baruch Hu to get the second luchot. What does that mean? That HaKadosh Baruch Hu is teaching us, my dear people, don't think that you are alone. I am with you. We are associates. You are now associate with a partner with me, and you are able to extend my Torah to the full extension possible. And when we are like this, when we are in ability to extend, you could be sure that you have it. You have it. Why? Because the second luchot we got the second luchot, but the first luchot got broken. Okay, so this is the second message of Rachamim, because we asked the question, Rachamim on what? Mercy on what? First, we said Rachamim, having mercy to not be jealous, like the eagle that is coming back to his nest. Second point, Asetov, Rachamim, mercy. Why mercy? Because HaKadosh Baruch Hu and us, we became a partner in learning Torah. So this is the month to start a new shiur of Torah, to take a new decision in Torah. Why? Because on that month, Moshe Rabbeinu got the second luchot, the luchot that were extended. And each one of us could bring a new idea to that same Torah. So after we understood this, I would like to continue with another idea. You know that the zodiac, the month of Elul has a zodiac, right? Every month has a zodiac. But what is the month? What is the zodiac of the month of Elul? Anyone knows? Huh? The Betula, the Virgin. Yeah. Betula. Yeah. Betula, what's mean Betula? It shows also of Rachamim. There is a connection between mercy and Betula. Why? Because Betula symbolizes the couple. The couple. Now, we see between men and women a big difference in a very specific point. A man, if you put him in the middle of a room, alone, he will feel fine. He will feel completely fine. A woman must speak around. She must be in touch with people. She is the one that says to her husband, let's go out, let's go shopping, let's go. Of course, we have exceptions, but I'm speaking about the general idea. Women are much more in the connection with the people around than the men. And you know why? Because Adam HaRishon, when he was created all alone. But the woman, Chava, never were created alone. So therefore, her whole existence is to be with people. To be with people and to connect with them. This is the idea of Betula. The month of Elul, which is Betula, means the couple. And therefore, the people that are, taking care of the couple's Shalom Bayit, many times they are saying to the couple, they are saying to the woman, when your husband is coming back from the job, don't start right away to tell him what happened in your day. Leave him alone a little bit, half an hour, 15 minutes, something, and then you start to tell him what's going on in the day. Why? Yes, of course, you need to give him to eat, but quiet. Give him his quiet. Why? He's recorded. You could send the... Why? Because it's very simple. Because the man, when he's coming back home, he's coming back to his source. He's coming back to his nest. And when he's coming back to his nest, it's like Adam HaRishon on the first day of his creation, that he was alone. Just give him time to rest. Give him time to be calm with himself, to feel his family, but don't take him don't jump on him. However, when the woman, what is the natural way of expressing herself? The woman is to talk. When the husband is coming back home, the woman is saying, what happened? And he told me this, and he told me that, and da-da-da-da-da-da. And then the man, he says, just one second, let me calm down first. Why? Because the woman never was created alone. The man was created alone, therefore, he needs his calm first, and then the woman could come and tell him the day what happened. And this is the month of Elul, the month of Rachamim. The month of Rachamim meaning to have mercy, and we said that Rachamim meaning also to be partner, because on that month we became partner in Torah learning, because Moshe Rabbeinu got the second Luchot, in the Luchot in which we became partner with HaKadosh Baruch Hu to extend it. This is Betulah. Betulah means we have a couple and we are also together partners, and we are together. Okay, so this is also one point to see on the aspect of the zodiac of the months, the zodiac of Betulah. Now, okay. So, and therefore, on the month of Elul, HaKadosh Baruch Hu is telling us that we need to blow the shofar. On the month of Elul, we need to blow the shofar. We need to add in reading Tehillim. There is a big segula to read every day after the tefillah of Shacharit and Mincha, the Tehillim 27. Why? Because the Tehillim 27 has the power to get everything bad away for the coming years. Okay? So, Twice a day. After Shacharit and after Mincha, Le David Hashemori. Okay, but at least once a day. But this is a Tehillim so important for the month of Elul, beside of the Takana of the Baal Shem Tov. The Baal Shem Tov, who was born also on the month of Elul, he made a Takana. He said that anyone that wants to have a successful coming year, he needs to read for the whole month of Elul 3 Tehillim per day. In that way, when he will arrive to Yom Kippur, is finishing the whole Tehillim, because on Yom Kippur we are reading a little bit more than 3 Tehillim because we have more time, but you are completing the Tehillim on the month of Elul until Yom Kippur. You know why? Because in Gemara, I'm not explaining the Takana of the Baal Shem Tov because he said himself that this is something so profound, but I will bring something interesting. In Gemara it says that Tehillim, how many Tehillim do we have? 150. According to a simple person, 150. But the Gemara is counting the Tehillim, how many we have. And the total of the Gemara is 147. Why? Because we have few Tehillim that are the same topic. Aleph and Bet is same topic, so we are counting it as one. And we have many Tehillim like this, and therefore we have 147 Tehillim. 147. Now it's very interesting because if you're adding the curses of the Torah of Parashat Bechukotai and Parashat Kitavo, right? It will be the total 147. And comes the Baal Shem Tov and say, you want to get rid of the curses of this past year for the next year, from the 147 curses possible, You want to get rid from it? Read 3 Tehillim per day until Yom Kippur. And then the Tehillim that has 147 Tehillim will be against the 147 curses. So what do we see from here? That on the month of Elul, this is a month, so powerful month, that HaKadosh Baruch Hu is telling us, blow the shofar, read Tehillim, do anything possible that you could show, improvement to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. And this is like a teacher that is coming here before the test. He has a test to give to the class, but before the test, he's coming to the student and he says, I will ask this question. And then look in this book, in this page, because on that page I will ask that question. Learn it good. This is the same. HaKadosh Baruch Hu is telling us on the month of Elul, blow the shofar, say Tehillim, just improve yourself. Why? Because on Rosh Hashanah, I will ask you to blow the shofar. I will ask you to read Tehillim. I will ask you to do anything possible that I'm asking you already from the month of Elul. You know that according to Halacha, that 30 days before any holiday, you need to prepare. 30 days before Sukkot, you need to prepare for Sukkot. 30 days before Pesach, you need to prepare for Pesach, right? 30 days before Rosh Hashanah, you need to prepare for Rosh Hashanah. But there is a difference between the 30 days before Rosh Hashanah and the whole 30 days before each holidays. What is the difference? That HaKadosh Baruch Hu is asking you what to do. On the 30 days before Pesach, no one is asking you what to do. You take the Shulchan Aruch and you learn the halachot about Pesach. This is the preparation, right? But the 30 days before Rosh Hashanah, HaKadosh Baruch Hu is telling you what to do. He says, bring the Tehillim, read the Tehillim per day, then blow the shofar, everything. Why is telling us to do all those things? You know why? Because very soon we are getting in the real thing. We are getting in the real thing. Therefore, we are getting prepared beforehand, just like that teacher that is telling the answers to his student before the test. This is the month of Rachamim. So people used to understand always that Aryeh ishag milo ira. The lion is screaming right now. We need to shake. Also the fishes in the sea, they are shaking because HaKadosh Baruch Hu is about to judge them. But HaKadosh Baruch Hu says, Yismechu hashamayim v'tagal haaretz lifnei Hashem ki ba lishpot et haaretz. HaKadosh Baruch Hu says, just be happy. Why? Because I'm going to judge you. Did you see someone that is so happy before a judgment? No one. No one. He has a court case and he's shaking. The guy is shaking. He doesn't know what the judge will decide. Maybe yes, maybe no. Right? But HaKadosh Baruch Hu, he says, Yismechu hashamayim v'tagal haaretz. Why? Because lifnei Hashem ki ba lishpot et haaretz. HaKadosh Baruch Hu is coming to judge us. And the question is, why we need to be happy about it? It's the opposite. We should not be happy. Morai v'rabotai, the answer to that question, why we should be happy on the time before the court case with HaKadosh Baruch Hu is, yes, it's true. It's a judgment. It's a judgment. We are in tension, but HaKadosh Baruch Hu is saying, you know what? When you're suing someone from, to the court case, meaning that you are taking him as a human being, that you could have something from him. You want to sue someone because you want to get the money, whatever you want, right? HaKadosh Baruch Hu is telling us, I would never sue you, the Jewish people, if you wouldn't be important in my eyes. Meaning that through Rosh Hashanah, through that judgment, we are becoming important in the eyes of Hashem. We are becoming important in the eyes of Hashem. So yes, externally, someone that is outside the court case, he says, wow, the Jewish people is getting now judged, and it's so bad for them. We have, I hope that everything will be very fine, right? But inside, what's going on inside? HaKadosh Baruch Hu is telling the Jewish people, you know why I'm suing you? You know why I'm judging you right now? Because you're counting in my eyes. You're counting in my eyes. And therefore, because you're so special, I'm asking you to blow the shofar and to say Tehillim, all these things. The Rosh HaMemshala, the president of Israel, has a red phone, right? For the emergency of the army. When something big happens, this telephone is ringing and he's just picking up to listen what's going on in the army, right? This telephone is found only in Rosh HaMemshala's office, right? And Biden also, right? But we see that kind of phone only in the big people, We don't find this phone in the people that are Ish Tachzuka, right? They are not there, right? They don't have this phone. Why? Because we are speaking only to the people that are counting. HaKadosh Baruch Hu is asking us and is ringing. He says, blow the shofar because I'm ringing right now. Why I'm ringing right now? Because you count. You are the Rosh HaMshalah. I'm asking you to do something that I need from you. Because if not, if you wouldn't count in my eyes, I wouldn't ask you to. I wouldn't ring you with the shofar. I wouldn't ask you to do anything about it. So we see here that the months of Rachamim, Har Chamim, the months of Elul, which is Rachamim, like this eagle, the months of Rachamim, that we have a special power in learning Torah. We have the Rachamim to get along and not being jealous with each other. We see that months that is being basically counted in two ways. Is being counted in two ways. You know, the months of Elul is counted with the number 30 and the number 40. Why? Because this is 30 days before Rosh Hashanah, as we said. And also, this is 40 days before Yom Kippur. Now, you know, Lot. In the Torah, there is a story. Lot, he had an argument, a fight with Avraham. And Avraham said, listen, we cannot get along. You are my family. I love you. But let's split. You take half of the flock and the servants. I'm taking the other half. You choose your place. I'm choosing my place. Just let's not get together because there is too much fights. And Lot, he needs to choose a place. And he's looking around, and what is choosing the place? Sodom va'Amorah. From here, Chachamim are saying that it was before everything, before the Sodom and Amorah got destroyed. Beforehand, Chachamim are saying from here you understand that Lot was a Rasha. He was someone that he was not good at all. Why? Because he chose Sodom. Until today, when you go to Israel and someone wants to express that there is a place that is disgusting, morally, you say it's Sodom va'Amorah. Why? Because Sodom va'Amorah, since the time that Lot chose that place, this became the symbol of immorality. Now, it's very interesting because Rasha, as much he can be Lot, he was there before the destruction of that city and he saw the Malachim. The Malachim, the angels coming to destroy the city of Sodom va'Amorah. And Lot is running towards those Malachim to invite them to him at home. I don't understand. If he was a Rasha, he was like everyone, so meaning that he's not hosting anybody. He's like everybody, right? But here we see that Lot, which was a Rasha, he ran towards the Malachim to invite them, to host them. And he says, please come to me over in my house, please, I need it. And the question of Chachamim is, what happened? If he was in Sodom, why he's hosting them? And he says like this. He says the Chachamim are saying like this. You know why? Because he grew up by Avraham Avinu. He grew up by Avraham Avinu, and Avraham Avinu's symbol is to host people. And because he grew up in that ambience, so he became a part of his DNA. So he could be the most Rasha possible. In his DNA, he has the hosting people. He loves hosting people. Therefore, when he saw the Malachim and he said, you know what? Come, please. Come to me, to my house. This is the idea of the shofar. HaKadosh Baruch Hu is telling us on the month of Elul, when we're blowing the shofar, he's saying, in the Jewish people, as we started the shiur with, we have many levels in religion, many levels, but we have one thing that is in our DNA. And this thing that we have in our DNA could be awakened with the sound of the shofar. Just like Lot, that he had in his DNA, and he was a big Rasha, he had in his DNA the hosting of people in his house, just like that we, the Jews, we have something. Everybody, no matter which level of religion, we have something in our DNA that we are awakening through the shofar. And you know what it is? That when HaKadosh Baruch Hu is bringing rachamim, mercy on his people on the month of Elul, we are starting to shine. We are starting to shine. Automatically, we have something that is happening. You say, the month of Elul, when someone is walking on the street and he's hearing the shofar, it's making something to him. He says, wow, this is touching me very deep inside. Why? Because in our DNA, you know how many thousands of years of teshuvah, every single year our ancestor did in the past, and they were religious. This became in our blood. This is the month of Elul. The month of Elul behind the shofar is to awake our DNA, which is to take upon ourselves a good decision. So, the month of Elul, Rosh Chodesh Elul, is 40 days before Yom Kippur. The number 40 is a number that's changing a person. How do we know? 40 is the quantity of water in the mikveh. We need 40 se'ah, right? We have 40 days and 40 nights of the Mabul. To change the situation of the world, HaKadosh Baruch Hu had to push the button of reset, right? How long it took? 40 days and 40 nights. We have 40 days before the baby is being born, is being developed in the womb of the mother. 40 days we are deciding if it will be a male or female. 40 days. It says like this in the Gemara, meaning that to change the situation of the baby, we have 40 days for it. Therefore, someone that wants to ben zachar, for the first 40 days, he could pray. After 40 days, that's it. It's decided already. There is no reason for praying. It's just like praying in the middle of the day that it should be night. There is no some such thing like that, right? So if he's a zachar, he will not be a nekeva, and the vice versa. Okay? So this is the number 40. 40 meaning that we are changing the situation, and this is the 40 days before Yom Kippur that HaKadosh Baruch Hu is changing us. And He is asking all kind of things that are not in our eyes considered to be actual, but in our DNA it's so actual because we did it for so many years and because Hashem told us to do it. So Moray V'Rabotai, I would like to conclude with a small story that is connected with the situation in Israel. You know, Rabbi Pinchas Mikoritz had a custom to say that story on the day of Purim. What's the connection between this story and Purim? I don't know. But he used to say that story on the day of Purim. And since now, in these days, we have many Hamans that we are killing right now, so I think that this is a good time to say that story, because I think that we are living another Purim right now. So he was once a Jewish person that had a bar. And this person that had a bar, he used to serve all kind of non-Jewish people. And slowly, this Jewish person became, their friends. Like any customer, he's becoming the friend of someone, of the seller. And among his customers, he was the priest, which had extremely big power in black magic. And again, this story is a little bit fiction, but this is Rabbi Pinchas Mikoritz that used to say it. So it's something that it's a real story. And the priest, he had an extremely high power of black magic. He became the friend of the Jew. One day, the Jew is coming to the priest and he says, "Dear priest, so long we know each other, we became friends, so close from each other. Maybe you could teach me how to make black magic?" So the priest is saying, "No problem, but I am your customer. I love drinking wine and whiskey and vodka, all kind of drinks, right? Give me drinks as much as I want for 3 years. And after 3 years, I'm teaching you everything you need to know." So the Jew is thinking a little bit and he says, "You know what? Deal." They took a paper, they wrote the contract, they signed. After 3 years of giving him a lot of vodka and whiskey and everything, the Jew is coming to the priest and he says, "Mr. the priest, we have a deal together, right? Look, we have an agreement." So he says, "Yes, this is the time for me to teach you how to do black magic." And then the priest is saying to the Jew, "Hold my belt." He's holding his belt and he says, "Close your eyes." And the Jew is closing his eyes, and both of them, they are feeling like flying very, very up in the heaven. And suddenly the Jew and the priest finding himself in a place that are very far away, they didn't know at all. And the Jew is starting to be very scared right now. What is doing here? How do I go back home? So the priest says, this is the place where you need to learn black magic. And then he disappeared. Wow. So now he's alone in the middle of nowhere. He doesn't know the way back. And the priest says that this is the place to learn black magic. And he's waiting and he's looking around. Suddenly he sees from very far away a snake, a huge snake. A huge snake that is very interesting, this snake, because he has foot. He has 4 foot, like the snake before the sin, Adam Arishon, right? And the snake is coming slowly towards him. And then suddenly when he's getting closer enough and he says, hello, how are you? The snake is speaking, and he got shocked. The snake is speaking? Yes, I'm fine. How are you? He says, yes, I'm fine. Wow, what do you do here? He says, I don't know what I'm doing here. The priest brought me here. He says, the priest brought you here? And why? He says, because I asked him 3 years ago to learn black magic, and he brought me here, and then he disappeared. And I'm supposed to learn here black magic. He says, oh, I understand what you say now. Very good. Okay, so let me hear more details about you. So the snake is asking him, what's your name? And he's giving his name. So the snake, he says, in order to learn black magic, you need to forget about your name. Okay, fine. I forgot. He says, okay, fine, let's go further. And he says, okay, what is the name of your father and mother? He says, the name. And then the snake says, you need to forget about your parents. You know that? He said, okay, fine, no problem. And he's going for subjects from which city, and a lot of questions. And in every question, the snake was saying, you need to forget about it, you need to forget about it. And he was saying, okay, fine. And then, and by the way, you see from that story that the idea of the bad is to forget about the past. Don't look about your ancestors. Don't look about from where you come. You just come with me. I will teach you a new way. This is the bad. But the good is the opposite. Look at how it used to be and take the example from them. You know, this is the bad, the difference between the bad and the good. And then the snake is asking him a question. Tell me, which religion are you? And he says, I am Jewish. I'm believing in Hashem's, in the God of Israel. He says, you know what? To learn about magic, you need to forget about it. You know that? He says, oh, I'm so sorry, but this, it will be hard for me. I will not be able. And then suddenly the snake is jumping on the throat of the Jew, and he's holding him, and he says, do you think that you will do everything you want here? I am deciding. And he's pressing on his throat like this, and the Jew is feeling that he's going to die. And he's starting to say, Shema Yisrael. And suddenly when the snake heard Shema Yisrael, he left him alone and he just ran. He went. And then he's starting to think, what's happening here? I don't understand. And then he's starting to look around, and then he sees big flock of wild animals coming and running towards him, and he's getting so scared. And he is saying Shema Yisrael, and he's fainting and he's falling down on the floor. After a few moments, he's waking up and he's asking, what's happening? Where are the wild animals? And he understood that the wild animals, when they heard Shema Yisrael again, they just went to another direction. And they said, no, I need to go back home. I need to walk back home. And he's starting to run until he's finding someone. And he says, listen, do you know where is my city? And the guy is pointing to a direction. And finally, he's getting, after 3 years of running, he's getting back to his town. The first thing that he's doing is going to who? To the priest. And he's coming to this priest and he's knocking on his door. And he says, open the doors. So the priest is opening the door and he says, oh, Moishele, how are you? Long time no see. What happened? So did you learn the black magic? So he said, I don't understand. I thought that I was your friend. You know what you did to me? You know how scared I was. It's a miracle that I'm here right now. I was about to die. This snake, he's telling over the story. And he says, oh, one second. Don't get mad on me. You know, we are friends, right? I brought you to the best elite school of black magic. This is the school. This is the place to be, you know? So the Jew says, why did you bring me there? I wanted to learn black magic, to make some fun things, but so serious. He says, yeah. No. I thought that you had amazing potential to become a black magic guy, so therefore I brought you there. I myself didn't go there because I don't have that potential that you have. He says, the Jew, but how do you know that I have a potential? How do you know that? He says, because every single morning when I see you waking up in your house, you are washing hands. And before you wash hands, Netilat Yadayim, before you washing hands, I see kol mini klipot. I see all kind of bad spirit on your hands. And with a small water washing, you just take them away so easily. So I said, why this guy has a potential, Chavar al Azman. He's amazing, this guy, because with a little bit of water, he's already clean. So therefore, I decided to do that. So the Jew understood what is the meaning of being a Jew. Because of Netilat Yadayim, because he made Netilat Yadayim, so this guy, he understood that he has a potential, and we have a potential. Why? Because we have a neshama. And this is all connected with the months of Elul, the months of Rachamim and Selichot, the months that Kadosh Baruch Hu is reminding us to blow the shofar and to reminding about our neshama. Not only to take care of our body, we are taking care of him, Chaval Azman, Baruch Hashem, a lot, but to take care of our neshama, which is the deepest part in our body, and this is the meaningful part in our being. So, V'hi Ratzon, HaKadosh Baruch Hu should help that this Divrei Torah will be Leilu Nishmat of the names that we just said at the beginning, and the victory of the Jewish people, Bechesed u'Berachamim.